Hi guys, I haven't done a video in forever because I've started college and I just don't have time, but I've been planning to do a series of videos for a long time and I finally can. It's basically I'm going to film my reaction to every Vampire Diaries episode each week, which is going to be fun. Let me just say, if you've not watched the episode, don't watch this unless you want everything to be spoiled, because I'm not going to omit things, so there's no spoilers. I am going to say my reaction to everything that's happened, which includes spoilers. So yeah, pretty much just, if you haven't watched the episode and you're planning to and don't want everything spoiled, stop watching now. If you have watched the episode, then watch away. Right, so as anybody who's watched any of my videos knows, or if you're people from Tumblr that obviously follow my blog that is Vampire Diaries, you will know I'm completely obsessed, and we've had to wait 5 months for this episode, which is a long time. I mean, when the season finale ended in May, we were all complete wrecks, and now it's here, and I've been counting down the days on my whiteboard. I mean, it still says 1 day until until TVD season 4, aka the season of Delana. It actually says that in brackets. You can see. No, you won't be able to see it very well. Yeah, I've been counting down. It still says 1 day, but it's not real because I haven't rubbed it off yet. And I've been so super excited. Obviously I'm English, and it airs here on Monday, which I will be rewatching. But it aired in America last night, and I couldn't possibly wait until Monday to watch it. I just couldn't. I couldn't stay up, because that would mean staying up till at least 2 AM in the morning, because it starts at 1 AM my time. And by the time I actually stopped just flailing, I would be a zombie the next morning, because I would hardly get any sleep. So the first thing I did this morning, went into college. I had a free period first, which is just miraculous. It's the best thing, having it there. Watched it on the computer. Now the actual episode. I don't really know what to say. I'm disappointed. Well, it was a good episode. Definitely a good episode, but not by Vampire Diaries standard. Compared to the other season premieres, no. It just wasn't as good. I did enjoy it, and there were some scenes I really liked. There were some scenes I really disliked, but we'll get onto them. But I'm just not feeling it. I think the problem is we are all having to get used to this. The dynamic of Vampire Diaries is human girl, 2 vampire brothers. What's happened now? No human girl. Elena is a vampire. So the whole dynamic of Vampire Diaries is gone. That's it. And it's going to take a long time for us to all get used to this, and to get used to the whole point of Vampire Diaries changing. Because it has changed, and that's, we've just got to get used to it. That's the problem. That is what we're trying to get used to now. There are quite a few scenes I want to talk about. Let me just say I'm a very, very hardcore Delana shipper. Even in the afterlife, I will ship them. And I like Caroline too. There are other parents I like, but the main ones I'm going to talk about, main is Delana, and the second main is Caroline. So, just to get that straight for my reactions to things, I have to say it's a very small thing, starting from the beginning. I missed previously on the Vampire Diaries. I've been waiting for that for 5 months, and they didn't do it. I mean, I did like the opening and all, but there was no previously on the Vampire Diaries. That really voice, and it just makes you have jitters in your stomach. It wasn't there, so I was just everybody's been so many, 5 days until we hear previously on the Vampire Diaries, and then it wasn't in there. So it was thanks. But that's not a big problem. It was just a little bit of a, I did like how it started though. But I'd already seen it because of the promo. First clip, I'd already seen, Elena waking up, heavy breathing. I was watching that promo the other day, and my dad thought that it was them having sex. Because you've got her, and then it's Stefan, and she actually thought, he was what are you watching? And I was it's Vampire Diaries, and he's are they having sex? And I was no, she's just woken up in transition from being a vampire, or turning into a vampire. He was oh. So, yeah. that scene was... I've watched it a million times, so no surprises there. Can I just say Damon? I mean, I am the biggest Damon fan out there. He's my favourite ever fictional character. And, you know, the whole, how did you save you? He didn't, and all of that lot. Very sassy, damaged Damon. Just his face got me straight away. Then obviously we had the Deafened scene, which I already watched as well. You know, we're used to that. Why'd you get our hopes up? And then you got, and now the world has one more quarterback. Did they even do that bit? I was so flailing over the fact that I was watching it that I missed so much. This is why I'm rewatching it. I can't remember if it was actually included. This is why I'm going to rewatch it on Monday. Because the first time I'm flailing so much to actually be able to take things in as much, so that's why I will watch it on Monday again. I'm trying to think where it went after that. You had Elena in her bedroom, you know, look at my teeth, and... Sorry, that was a really weird impression. You know, looking at her teeth and just, like, being weird, and then you have Jeremy. So you've got the little, you know, hug scene. They didn't have the fangs coming yet, but did they? Because they had that in the promo, but they didn't actually have it, I don't think. I don't know. And, yeah, they had all that. What else did we have? I'm just going in order of what I remember. I'll start with the Elena thing, just go on with her transition. You have her eating a sandwich. And she's like, it's fine. And then she's like, no, I'm gonna puke. Which, incidentally, she does do next week. You know, they're about to have sex and she throws up on him. I love that. Sorry, I just laughed so much when I heard that. And it's true, because it's been confirmed by Karina Mackenzie, so I was just like... He's eating a sandwich. They start having this, you know, debate. And what I love is how much Stefan just says how he made the wrong decision. Because this whole hiatus, we've all been like, how could you do that? How could you leave the one you love and take Matt just to respect her choice? And all the Stelena shippers have been saying, you know, he did the right thing. And there's Stefan, who they hero worship, saying, I did the wrong thing. And I will regret it for the rest of my life. And he said that throughout the entire episode. And that really just sort of goes to show that they really, really, you know, we were right on that one. I don't want to start any ship wars, by the way, so please don't ship war on my video. I don't like ship wars at all. Like, I'm really into my ships, but I don't like ship wars. Please don't ship war. Please. I think people ship war more on hiatus than when it's actually on, to be honest. Anyway. We had the whole them talking, and then I laughed at this bit, and I probably shouldn't have done, but I did. And you have Elena, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And there's just silence. She's like, did I just say we'll cross that bridge when we come to it? And she started laughing, and I was thinking, it's not that funny. And then she's just like, it's not even that funny, and I can't stop laughing. And then somewhere in the middle of it, she starts crying. I mean, flawless acting by Nina Dobrev, as always, but when's that ever different? Very good acting. I have to say all of them were very good at acting, especially Michael Trevino, but I will go on to that. Her little breakdown bit, you know. We've had the council bit. Oh, the Caroline scene. Matt and Caroline. I feel so bad for Caroline. And Matt. Well, I do feel sorry for Matt, but the whole, go ahead and kill me, because you can't hate me any more than I hate myself. And I was just thinking, don't become a Gary Stu. But that was really cute. And obviously you've got the Founders Council and all of this stuff. I can't wait for Todd Williams' character to come in. I mean, he's the most awesome dude ever. Seriously. Like, I tweeted him and he's tweeted me back like loads of times, and every time I just squeal because I'm like, it's a member of the TVD cast even if he's not in it yet. And I really want to see his character because he's going to be so badass. Seriously, I have to watch it. I just have to. So I'm just going to, like, I might tweet in this video. If you're watching this, hi Todd. Because I really want to see your character soon. Anyway. I don't even know. I'm just like, oh, too many things to say. You've had the whole Founders Council thing, you know, Alaric Saltzman. Alaric, don't get me started on that. they're all getting carried away and they're executing their little vampire plan. What was that? I'm so hyper, I'm really sorry. And all of that shit, basically. Now I want to talk about Caroline and Klaus/Tyler. That scene. Oh my good god. um, can I just say, I was watching this on a public computer in the library at my college. I suppose I better start with the whole Caroline and Rebecca kidnapped, and then Claire Holt had amazing acting too. And then all of this smashing thing, and they saves Caroline. Klaus. Michael Trevine. I mean, I adore Joseph Morgan and Klaus. And to me, the only person that can possibly be Klaus is Joseph Morgan. And I wasn't going to like, him, Michael Trevino, but Michael Trevino was absolutely amazing. Seriously, I was not expecting that. He was amazing as Klaus. There is only one Klaus, but he was just superb. I was so amazed by what good acting he was. And obviously you had the whole Caroline thing, and she's like, oh my god, you're alive, how are you alive? Oh, and all of this lot. And then she starts kissing him. And obviously this is actually Klaus. And he's all like, oh, hang on. And then she's pushing him against the tree, and then there's the whole easy love, and she's just like, it's time for hot hybrid sex. And then she takes her top off and starts kissing him, and then she's like, hang on, did you just call me love? And then he's like, maybe I did, love. Maybe I did call you love. Oh, no, did I call you love? Love? And then she's like, and he's just like, hello, love, and you can just tell it's Klaus, and she just freaks out. And I love the whole, oh my god, I need to go and sanitize my mouth, and like, but we got a Caroline kiss. This is the thing. And to all these people who were like, oh great, so Klaus is going to take advantage of Caroline when he's in Tyler's body, and that's basically rape. We told you he wouldn't do it. And we were right. Because Klaus does have feelings, and he's not a rapist. Let me just get that straight. I don't even know if it would be rape, but he's not that person. He would want their time to be proper. That is why, I'm sure he very much enjoyed that kiss. But yeah. And I was just there like, and my friend was just like looking over at me, and she was like, what? And I was like, come here, and I like played it, and she was like, oh my good god, they're having sex. And she doesn't even understand. She like watched a few episodes of the first season because I made her. And I talk about it a lot, but she was just like, that's really awkward to watch here. And I was like, I know. And people like looking at me, and I was like, oh. Thankfully it was a short scene, but I was really worried. And yeah. Oh, the scene I've been looking forward to since I knew she'd turned, or was turning, since the season finale. Every Delana fan has been waiting for this. How much she remembers. She remembers everything. And oh my god, did they do that right? That was the right scene. That was one thing they got spot on. Definitely. The way she remembered it. She's walking into a room and she's like, I thought you already left, Damon. And then he's like, cute PJs. And she's looking down thinking, I'm not wearing pyjamas. And then she stood there watching herself before talk to Damon, and there's this look in her eyes. And that look is the same look as when she first met Damon, which she forgot about, their meeting first. That look is the same look as when she was looking at him in the 3x19 episode, Heart of Darkness, in the hotel before they kiss. The way she's looking at him. In basically every moment where he surprises her in a nice way and it shows his good side, she just has this look about her. And I really started to think this episode's going to be so good. And it kind of went downhill from there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really liked the episode. And it was a good premiere, but by Vampire Diaries standard, you think back to other episodes, and that is not anywhere near the standard. The trouble is, it's never going to live up to 5 months of expectation. My god, it reminds me of a Damon quote. Oh, I don't want to have to live up to anyone's expectations. It was good, but not what I expected. I just have to say. And yeah, I'm trying to think of other things to say. There was obviously Elena being locked up and all of that. Damon is gone back to his season 1 unstable self. He's trying to kill Matt several times. I mean, I can understand why he did it, but that was one of the times when I just thought, Damon, you're not making things better for yourself. I love Damon, and a lot of Stelena shippers and other people that just dislike Damon have been like, see, how can you like him? He's so horrible. But the point he does that and uses Matt for bait and everything, in his mind, anything for Elena. Anything for Elena. And it's Matt's fault. I mean, when he was like, why do you get to live and she didn't? She doesn't. It reminds me of the season 1 where he pins Anna. Is it Anna? You know, after the tomb. Why do you get to be happy and I don't? Because of Catherine. And it just reminded me of that. And I might make a gif of that actually. And I just felt really sorry for him, even though he was harsh. And then, you know, you have this whole Stelena thing. Nina Dobrev telling us Elena might not remember who she chose, and then we have a whole freaking scene of Stefan, do you know why I was on that bridge? I was coming back to you. I was coming back to save you. I wish I could see you now. And he's like, I'm smiling. And I was just like, no, you're not. You're crying. But to be honest, that did get me because of Elena. I mean, I'm not still Elena Shepard, but it did get me because of Elena. I'm trying to think of other things to do. Like, the whole council thing was weird where they, like, blew themselves up. I did like Damon, hello, big bad vampire, you know, that bit. And Elena actually, I thought that was very bad. You know, Stefan kills this guy and the blood starts coming and she has 1 drop of blood, 1 drop, and that's enough to turn her. I can't see how that's right, to be honest, but you know, whatever she said, whatever they say. And then she comes jumping out. I mean, how did she even get out? It doesn't make any sense. And then she's just there and jumping at Damon and no, and all of that lot. And then comes the scene that just broke me. I mean, I was close to crying just because of it all, but I tried not to in the library. I mean, it wasn't that bad, this episode. Next episode, by the way, I'm not watching at college. I will watch it when I come back, merely because it's the Larok's funeral and I'm going to be in absolute tears, but we'll get to that. That scene at the end with Damon and Elena, I remember everything, and then he just, that look in his face, and then he turns round and she says everything about if it had been me, I would have saved Matt. I would have said you and not Matt, and she'd be like, yeah, and then Matt would be dead. And he says, I would be that selfish because you don't get to live a life. His speech mirrors the speech that Elena did, you know, I don't want to be a vampire, I never wanted to be one. That speech mirrored it, and he was just talking about how he understands in the life that she'll never get now, and he wanted that for her, and they didn't used to get it, but now he does, and now she can't have it. And that speech just broke me, and he said, because I am that selfish. And she just glares at him, and then he says, and us meeting first isn't the only thing you remember. And it's just like, owned bitch, because she was, and it's really just a case of, oh my god. And that scene just broke my heart. And I'm worried. I'm very, very, very worried. I mean, Vampire Diaries has lost a lot of viewers over this hiatus, and they need to be careful. I'm not going to stop watching, but a lot of people have already considering stopping watching. They said they'd watch the first few episodes, and if it wasn't good, they'd stop watching. And I wouldn't be surprised if some people have already stopped. Because I do like it, and I would never stop watching it. I absolutely love this show. I'm in love with it. It takes up so much of my time, making edits, making GIFs, fangirling over it, just talking to people on Tumblr for hours on end. I love this show, but I'm worried for it. I think it's going to get better. We have just got to get used to the dynamic. But in fairness, I have read better fan fictions about the first episode than the first episode actually was. I mean, I've got a roleplay going on at the moment with Tricia, my friend. Hi Tricia, you're probably watching this. It's really cheesy, wasn't it? Anyway, and that was, without sounding biased, our like little roleplay plot was more how I expected things to happen than they did. It just wasn't how I expected it. It was good, but I'm just not feeling it. It didn't seem like Vampire Diaries. It just didn't seem like it, and what can you do though? I mean, I did like it, I was just a little bit let down, really. And then obviously you had the Stelena roof scene, you know, we're always going to be together forever, and I was just like, yeah, great, just rub it into us even more. And when he gave her the daylight ring, I thought he was going to propose, because that's what he does in the books. Well, kind of. He proposes to her in the books, just before she gets turned, actually, but I thought he was going to propose, and I was thinking, no, and he didn't, thankfully, but there was still all this. Yeah. So now I'm just going to quickly skim over. My tab just fell over, sorry. I'm just going to quickly skim over what we have coming next week. From the promo, we see Stelena vamp sex, but I'm pretty sure she throws up on him. Then we see this bit I'm excited about. Elena feeding off Damon's blood. Now we have been told that her body starts to reject all sources of blood. So I think she ends up feeding off Damon, and then later on we see Stefan punching Damon. That I'm gonna scream or something. Another reason why I'm not watching it at college. But then there's a bit where Elena also attacks someone and kills someone, I think. I know that apparently she kills someone as a vampire. Her first kill as a vampire is to save Damon's life. So I don't know. So I reckon her body rejects all sources of blood. She feeds off Damon, and that's why he hits Damon. Or Damon doesn't stop her killing this person, and that's why Stefan hits him. To be honest, I think it should be the other way around. I'd love to see Stefan get knocked to the ground by Damon, to be honest. And he probably will. I mean, if you hit Damon, he's going to hit you back. It's as simple as that. But we shall see. And obviously we know it's Alaric's funeral. And I'm pretty sure Todd's character comes in. But all in all, good episode, but not my Vampire Diaries standard. I'm optimistic next week. Hopefully it'll be better. But I am slightly worried if it carries on. I mean, one second Elena's having sex with Stefan, and the next second she's drinking Damon's blood. Some things never change, do they? We were stupid to think that this triangle would end. She makes her decision. We were stupid to think that things would be different. It's never going to be. Julie Plec loves the triangle, and it's going to be like that until the last episode. One ship comes out on top this season, apparently. Yeah, it will come out on top, and then next season it'll just be back to the triangle again. Season 5. Oh my god, Season 5. Season 5 is just going to be the same. And Season 6 is too. Until the last episode, and then it will all be over. Oh my god, I don't like that. What's going to happen when it ends? Sorry. But yeah, we were stupid. We were fools. We've underestimated everything. Really. I am just hopeful that next week will get better. So feel free to leave your comments if you like. Sorry this ended up being like a 24-minute video. Didn't mean for it to be, but I just had to get my little things out. That was really wrong. Just my little rants. I was going to post like a big just reaction on Tumblr, but then I thought I may as well just do this. Post my video on Tumblr instead of, writing out what I'm saying. So yeah. Basically that's it. Please comment with your stuff. Were you excited, disappointed, pleased, mixed of both? I mean, I was a mixture of both. I'm so excited for this episode. And it was good, but it was a bit of a letdown. It was an anticlimax. I walked out of that library just like, I sat there in silence for 10 minutes just like, what? You know, it's just hard for me. It's hard for all of us to get used to, I think. But yeah, I will do another one next week, definitely. Whether it'll be up on the Friday, it might not be up till the Saturday, because when I come home from college on the Friday, I will watch it. So, whether I will then do one straight after, or I will just do it when on the Saturday or something. We shall see. So anyway, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and stuff if you're really going to watch these videos and stuff. Or just comment, or something. Like, sometimes I just feel like I'm randomly making videos and nobody's watching them. So yeah, I'm really awkward on camera, as you can tell. And I'm really hyper today. I do apologise for my randomness, but it's what Vampire Diaries does to me. Pretty much. Okay, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.